Pumping one leg standing front is a beginning exercise. We perform 10 repetitions. The goal of this exercise is to strengthen the legs, to improve posture and leg alignment, as well as to help students with balance. This is a good exercise choice for students who need to work on posture, to improve their gait. It teaches students how to move their leg from their seat, and it's a great choice for weak and strong students alike. It's performed on the high chair with 2 top springs. The student sets up facing the pedal just a few inches back from the edge of the wood in Pilates stance. The hands reach forward to the poles and the leg lifts up, placing the ball of the foot on the pedal in parallel alignment. So the standing foot is in Pilates stance and the working leg is in parallel. Even weight distribution across the ball of the foot with all 5 toes on the pedal. If I was looking at Jamie from the front, the middle of his ankle, the middle of his knee, and his hip joint would all be in one line. Lastly, from the back, we make sure that the box is square with the sits bone of the working leg reaching down to the ground to maintain alignment. The execution and the initiation come from the powerhouse and the seat in particular. The gross movement pattern is to press the pedal down from the seat towards the bottom of the wood and then to control the pedal all the way back up to the top. The only thing moving should be the pumping leg. The rest of the body will remain still. Precision points are to remain active through the entire body. It's not just a workout for the pumping leg, but it's a workout for the posture. So while the leg is pumping, the student should not be locking their base leg, but instead really lifting up, keeping their base hip over their base ankle and standing nice and tall. The leg that's pumping is pushed from the seat and returns up. So make sure that your student doesn't knee out at the top because their inner thighs got a little sleepy. Lastly, as they pump the pedal, you make sure that the pelvis remains square with the sits bone reaching down to the ground, or even cueing your student to pull their sits bone towards the inner thigh of their base leg. Common errors include collapsing over the standing leg and allowing the weight to shift to the outside of the standing foot. Also, as students pump, they may struggle with maintaining an even, smooth pump of the pedal here, and you will probably notice rolling in and out at the knee or the ankle, or potentially hiking of the hip of the pumping leg. The rhythm should be smooth and controlled, pressing the pedal down and lifting up. So the lift of the pedal should be slightly slower than the press down. We listen to make sure that the springs aren't clanking around so that we know that the student is in good control. Let's look at this in real time. Stand in Pilates stance a few inches back from the edge of the wood. Place the hands on the front poles, lift up through the waist, and place the ball of the foot on the pedal in parallel position. Draw the abs in and up, and press the pedal down with control, and resist the pedal coming back up. Press down and resist. Lift out of your standing leg and reach your working sits bone down. Press and lift. Keep your knee in line with your hip. Last time, press down and control up. Good places to touch or spot this exercise are to have your foot on the pedal as your student begins pumping, so that you're able to assist with the pedal action if they're not in good control. Once you trust that they're in control, you can use a moving into touch at their head to help them lift up and grow taller. Change feet for me, please. If they shift over to the side, you may also want to use a moving away from touch. You can stand close to your student as I'm doing now, or place your hand just outside of their hip so that they don't collapse into their standing leg. You may also need a stabilizing touch at the pelvis to help them square their hips or maintain control through their powerhouse while they learn this exercise. Signs of readiness. We would have previously introduced our students to the chair through the exercises of pumping and/or footwork. Building blocks for this exercise would be to reduce the spring tension to one top and one bottom spring, or to reduce the range of motion of the pump until your student is stronger and more able to work in a larger range of motion. To advance this exercise, we would move it to a window chair or an MVE chair and extend the arms out to the side, increasing the balance challenge.